Hi everyone. Hi everyone. Today I am going to discuss about the anatomy and physiology for the GNM first years. And today topic is we are going to discuss about the respiratory system. It is unit 6. So respiratory system, it is a chapter number 6, and the GNM first years, the subject is anatomy and physiology. So today we are going to discuss about the respiratory system. So in this respiratory system, first we are going to discuss about the introduction. So in this introduction, there is a respiratory system is situated in the thorax. So the respiratory system can be situated in the thorax and responsible for the gas exchange. So there is a respiratory system can be used for the gas exchange. So the respiratory system can be responsible for the gas exchange in the circulatory system and outside of the world. So there is a gas exchange between the circulatory system and the outside of the world. So it is an introduction. It includes the respiratory system is situated in the thorax and responsible for the gas exchange in the circulatory system and outside of the world. So the respiration means there is a gas exchange, and it is a oxygen can be inhaled and carbon dioxide can be exhaled. So the respiration means there is a process of inhalation of oxygen and exhalation of carbon dioxide. So it is a meaning of respiration. It is the process of inhalation of oxygen and exhalation of carbon dioxide. And there is a in this respiration, inspiration, and there is a meaning of inspiration means there is a inhalation. It is a process of inhalation of oxygen. So it is called as inspiration. And next one is expiration. Expiration means there is a process of expelling the carbon dioxide through the lungs. So there is a called as expiration. Expiration means there is a expulsion of the carbon dioxide through the lungs into the atmosphere. So it is called as expiration. Inspiration means there is a inhalation of oxygen into the lungs. It is called as inspiration. Expiration means there is a exhalation of carbon dioxide through the lungs into the atmosphere. So it is called as expiration. And next one is external respiration. So external respiration means there is a airway passages can be done between there is a air passage can be occur between the atmosphere and the lungs. So it is called as external respiration. External respiration means there is a passage of gas exchange can be occur between the lungs and the atmosphere. So it is called as external respiration. And the internal respiration means there is a gas exchange can be occur between the blood and tissues. So it is become inside of the body. So because of this inside of the body, we are calling as internal respiration. In this external respiration, there is a according atmosphere. So in this external respiration, there is a gas exchange between the atmosphere and the lungs. So because of this we are calling as external respiration. And the internal respiration means there is a gas exchange can be occur between the blood and tissue. So it can be occur inside the body. So because of this it is called as internal respiration. So it is the inspiration and expiration and the external respiration and the internal respiration. So it is the respiratory system introduction. So in this respiratory system, what are the parts can be involved in the respiratory system? Now we will see. First the nasal cavity and the oral cavity and the pharynx and the larynx, and next one is trachea and the bronchi and the lungs and the diaphragm. So these are all the parts can be involved in the respiratory system. So it is the respiratory system includes the nasal cavity and the oral cavity and the pharynx and the larynx and the trachea and the bronchi and lungs and the diaphragm. So these are all the parts can be involved in the respiratory system. So it is the introduction has completed. So that introduction has completed. So now we will discuss about the nasal cavity. So nose and the nasal cavity. So nasal cavity, it is the responsible for the respiratory passage and the organ of smell. That receptors for the smell are placed in nasal cavity, and nose act as air conditioner. So the nose and the nasal cavity, it is the responsible for the passage of the air. So nose and the nasal cavity, it is responsible for the air passage. So by the nose and the nasal cavity, by inhaling air, and air can be enter into the body. So the nose and the nasal cavity can be responsible for the air passage. And organ of smell, that receptors for smell are placed in nasal cavity. So nose can be responsible for the smell. So the receptors can be placed in the nasal cavity. So what are the receptors can be responsible for smell? That receptors can be placed in the nasal cavity, and the nose act as a air conditioner. So nose can be act as a air condition. If you are inhaling the air, so from the atmosphere, if you are inhaling the air, means it is become warm, and after the entering into the inside of the body and entering into the nose and through the nasal cavity, the air become moistened and it can be humidifier. So because of this, the nose can act as a air conditioner. So while inhaling the air, it is become warm. So after inhaling the air and after entering into the body, it become moisture. So moisture and the humidifier. So because of this, the nose can be act as a air conditioner. So it is a nose and the nasal cavity. So nose and nasal cavity, it is used for the responsible for the air passage, and there is a organ of smell. So what are the receptors can be responsible for the smell? The receptors can be placed in the nasal cavity. And the next one is nose act as a air conditioner. In air conditioner, it means the while inhaling the air from the atmosphere, it is become warm. So after inhaling, it enter into the body, so it is become moistened. So moisture. So because of the nose and the nasal cavity, the air has inhaled, it is become moisture and the humidifier. So it is the nose and the nasal cavity. So in this nose and the nasal cavity, there are two parts. First one is external nose and the nasal cavity. So external nose, it has a skeletal framework that is a partly bony and the partly cartilaginous. So it is a external nose, it has a skeletal framework. So it is become made by the skeletal framework. So it is an external nose, it is made by the skeletal framework, and that is partly bony and the partly cartilaginous, means it become made by the bony parts, and the cartilaginous means it is a flexible tissue. So the nose become very flexible, and it consists of bones also. So external nose, it has a skeletal framework, and that is partly bony and the partly cartilaginous. Cartilaginous means it is a flexible tissue and it is a half of the cartilaginous and it consists of bones and it is become flexible tissue. External nose. And next one is nasal bones are pair and the small flat-ended form the bridge of the nose. So the nasal bones can be become small and flat-ended. So there is a small and the flat-ended and it can be form the bridge of the nose by the bones and it can be forms the bridge of the nose. So it is the external nose. External nose means it is a skeletal framework. It is become partly bony and partly cartilaginous. Cartilaginous means there is a soft flexible tissue and there is a consist of bones and the flexible tissue consist. And next one is it is made up of small and flat-ended form the bridge of the nose. So it is called as external nose. Next one is nasal cavity. In this nasal cavity, large space in the anterior aspect of the skull and the lies inferior to the nasal bone. So nasal cavity can be large space. So nasal cavity, there is a large space in the anterior aspect of the skull. So anterior aspect means it is a anterior aspect of the skull. So and the lies inferior to the nasal bone. So it can be inferior to the nasal bone and superior to the oral cavity. There is a superior to the oral cavity and the inferior to the nasal bone. Next, the nasal cavity can be pyramidal shape. So it is a become pyramid shape and the anteriorly the nasal cavity merges with the external nose. So anteriorly the nasal cavity can be communicates with the external nose and the posteriorly it can be communicates with the pharynx by through the two openings called internal nates. So the openings can be called as internal nates. So it is a nasal cavity.